So, when last we left off, the Fellowship of Shlisad was on a mission to return the Princess Aurelia to her homeland of Ornidia. After a brief stop in Veluthne, reunion with Wilfred's mentor, Priestess Jorah, you also freed some treants from the spell of an obelisk. You made your way to Shade Creek Run. No sooner had you entered the town, you were attacked by 3 mechanical monstrosities called Retrievers. In the battle, you discovered these Retrievers were being commanded by a Pallid Elf up on the hill. You shot him a couple times, but after the battle was over, he was nowhere to be found. You went and spent the night with Carrick's father, Merrin. There you saw a Goliath spying on you, and then Angvor saw a spellcaster as well. Angvor sent Demon Chad to follow the spellcaster after she used Dimension Door to teleport away. You discovered that she was in league with this Pallid Elf that you had seen watching you from the hill the previous day, and they had been hired by the buyer to hunt you guys down. You discovered his Pallid Elf's name was Marduk through this interaction, and you went to the Grey Trader Union and asked about Marduk and the symbol you had found on the Retrievers. The Grey Trader Union told you the symbol was the symbol of the Myriad, and that Marduk lived in the Gruff slums. You made your way down into the Gruff slums, and eventually a fight broke out, and you guys defeated this sort of band of mercenaries. You drug Marduk and the female drow spellcaster, whose name you learned was the Aela, to Merrin's house and told him the less he knew, the better. You interrogated them. You discovered they were after the sort of leather amulet that you guys had found on a wizard from the Cerberus Assembly. You had found slain in Isocross. This, you had the spellcaster message the buyer and tell him that he had nothing to, that she had finished her contract and had killed you guys. And there you guys left. From there, you guys left Shade Creek Run. You made your way through the Quantum Breach through the thanks of Carrick using the last name Biolna as passage to go through. And then you guys made your way sort of down to the Glory Run Road and to the city of Nugvarat. In Nugvarat, you guys bought some platinum. You guys, Wilfred bought a new shield. Angvor brought some new armor. And you guys spent the night at the Gnomish Delight. You guys saw a woman there who claimed to be a member of the Ogden Trust. You guys chose not to investigate further, and so you guys decided to buy a map and make your way down the Glory Run Road towards Rexentrum. As you guys were making your way down the Glory Run Road, you saw 2 massive behemoths sort of chasing travelers, and you guys decided to jump in and help. After a brief but fierce battle, you guys defeated these 2 monstrosities, and as they lie slain, that's where we begin tonight's session. Fellowship of the Shlisad.
Real quick before I forget, how much platinum did I get? It was like 100 gold worth,
yes,
right?
It was 100 gold worth, yes.
So it's 10 platinum.
Yes.
So I remember marking off the gold, but I forgot to put the, because I covered 50 and then the $5 exchange fee, or 5 gold exchange fee. And then Wilfred covered the other 50. I marked off the 50 gold. I just forgot to add the platinum. We're good. Okay.
So as you guys sort of stand over the charred husk of these creatures, you see this sort of eclectic band of travelers that have been fleeing these monsters. And one of them, a beautiful but sort of an ornately dressed woman, sort of a flowing garb of purples and blues, steps forward. She has these pupilless eyes that are white, and they have these zigging sort of scars that emanate from her eyes. She steps forward towards you guys and she says, Maleth Brontow, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance again. Thank you very much for saving us from these behemoths and monstrosities.
Is everyone okay?
I think everyone is okay.
I was about to say you had Angvor at beautiful, but I think that caught his attention even more.
Who are you? It's been so long since I've been away from the Menagerie Coast. I've not heard that name around here. I go by my proper name typically.
So long. I just saw you down in Nicodranas. You were there when I left. Do you not remember the name Selena? Celine?
It rings a bell, but I don't remember if that was in my backstory or not.
It was not. This is
This is, I was like, this is definitely not part of any.
Nope.
I met so many people down in Nicodranas. I mean, obviously that's where I grew up, and I was in and out of many, many different places with many different people. I don't recognize you so well, Stelina. I apologize. Who were you? Who are you to me?
I'm an operative of the Clovis Concord, but you should know that.
Yes, the Clovis Concord. I have ran with them for a little bit. I did not know you were part of them.
I have told
What are
you
you
this.
doing all the way up here?
There's a war going on between the Dwendalian Empire and between the Kryn dynasty. The Dwendalian Empire has been increasingly asking for aid from the Menagerie Coast. And so I have come as sort of an emissary of the Clovis Concord. Are you sure, Malith, something seems strange?
I've had some experiences over the past few months. I seem to have forgotten some of the things. I don't know if you know, but I almost drowned and died in a shipwreck. That's how I ended up so far north, and how I've ended up with these band of adventurers here, and how I've ended up able to flash my eyes green and red, do this.
Wow, that is a new trick.
Oh, yes, there is lots more that have come from that. It's a blessing, but also some kind of a curse at sometimes. Oh, Stelina, I mean, it's great to hear from somebody from Nicodranas up here. I mean, I had no idea that they were asking for help from Nicodranas for the Dwendalian Empire. I mean, I knew that there was a war about to start. We're about to go on, yeah. Our travels and our adventures over the past few months.
Yeah, it's mostly they're just looking for mercenaries, but increasingly, as the coffers of the empire go dry, they are asking for loans from the wealthier ports in the Menagerie Coast, whether it's Port Zoom, Port Damali, or Nicodranas.
Yes. Well,
it's wonderful to see another worshiper of, of course, sort of lowers their voice, Cord the Stormlord, this far north. I mean, in the Empire.
Absolutely, yes. Another similar a friend of mine up here is good to see. Yes.
Well, I was making my way to Rexentrum. Are you heading that way?
We're heading west to the cliffs, the cliffs.
White Cliffs of Dover.
Stone Cliffs.
Cliffs of Insanity.
The stone cliffs, whatever they're called.
Stone Cage Cliffs. Is that what it
I
is?
pulled up the
That one.
It was all white. Well, now.
Yes, we're heading west towards the Stone Cage Cliffs. This point to Aurelia, this member of our party here is trying to head back home, and that is the closest we can get. She is from a place underneath the sea, a city underneath the sea, and so she's trying to get back home. We found her on one of our adventures up north near Islecross. Actually, we crossed all the way over to Islecross and had an adventure where we had to. There's so much to tell. It is not enough time right now, but up there for a few weeks in danger.
Well, of course, Rexentrum is on the way west.
Yes.
So if you wish to, go ahead with me towards the city, I think all of us appreciate the deeds you and your companions have done in protecting us from those.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure there's nothing wrong with more company. While if you're traveling that way, we could all travel together. A bigger band is always better when on these roads here.
Mm.
Danger that could be encountered. Who are these other people you are traveling with?
Mostly merchants. In these days, it's important. It's good to travel with, you kind of travel with others since, it's the roads are dangerous and there are many bandits about.
Yes.
So there are some they're refugees fleeing places like Felderwind that have been sort of sacked by the Kryn dynasty. Others are just merchants selling their wares in Hupparduk or in the Maro Valley. It's an eclectic mix. But
I see. As is ours here as well.
hi, and she sort of like looks over your group. It's a pleasure to meet
I'm
you
just
all.
talking to everyone and making sure no one's hurt.
Okay, all right. You see, there are actually a fair number of halflings here, and so they greet you, Wilfred. And
Warm suns and mini moons.
Uh, it's good to see one of the little folk here.
What's everyone doing right out here?
My house back in Felderwind, it got destroyed by some worms. But yeah, so we're heading to Rexentrum. There's supposed to be a place for us there. My child here, my son, he hopes to get involved with the Cerberus assembly. There's some sort of academy or institute that he has some sort of he has some sort of magical arcanic gift, and so we're hoping to maybe see if they'll take him.
I hear it's a prestigious place.
Aye. Yeah. Hi, but I hope my boy can get into the soldiers academy. I believe he can. Sort of like pats his son on
I
the
believe
back.
you can as well. Is anyone hurt from the
No, you guys intervened just in time. Who knows what would happen if you hadn't? Thank you.
it's kind of what we do, just make sure no one gets hurt.
All right.
Well, people get hurt. Man.
Just not in a sense. Just not in a sense.
We don't not hurt people.
All right. So as you guys begin to make your way towards the great city of Rexentrum, is there anything you guys want to do before you get there?
Can I read one of the worst? One of those pedal?
Probably not. It's probably a little too bumpy. It's hard to see while you're riding.
Alright.
What did you say her name was?
Selene. Selene.
Yeah, I mean, we can just keep on going here.
All right. So you guys begin
Yeah.
to make your way towards Rexentrum. It'll probably take you guys 2 days to get to Rexentrum. So as you guys begin to make your way, and this is day one. So as you guys begin to make your way towards Rexentrum, you guys see that the snow melt begin to come, and as you guys sort of move from Nogvarat to the Pearl Bow Wilderness, you see what a rugged landscape that is sort of sort of beautiful and full of sort of luscious forests and thriving wildlife and folk. But as you guys are traveling in a relatively large group, no one seems to really pay you guys too much mind. On the second day, you guys begin to make your way forward. There's really no need to do watches in the night with this larger group.
We've gotten a long rest.
Yep, we got a long rest. So yeah.
I'll read whenever I can.
Yeah, probably get 2 hours of reading.
All right.
Like, can I just like rewind just a little bit? Had I ever seen anything like those big behemoth things before?
Okay. Make a Arcana check.
Nope. That's a 0.
A 0. Nope. Never seen anything like them.
Do they have any like large horns or tusks or talons or anything that I could like try to remove as like a keepsake?
Golly, I mean, so they have large like almost like teeth that appear to be made of some sort of like chitinous keratin sort of material. Let me try
How
to remove
large?
probably about a foot long or so.
Yeah, I'll try to remove one of those
All right, make
as carefully as I can without damaging it.
make a strength check for me.
Just straight strength.
Yep.
Yeah. 11.
11. You pull and you pull and you pull, and you're unable to get it loose.
Oh well. It's worth a shot.
All right. So you guys make your way through into the Pearl Bow Wilderness. You guys spend one night there, get a full night's rest. Wilfred, you get 2 more hours of sleep. Then you spend the next day on the journey to Rexentraum. If you guys want to do anything, ask any questions or.
Yeah, I guess just riding.
You do notice, I guess, there is a young Cerberus assembly mage that sort of introduces himself in that first night in camp and expresses his gratitude. So on the second day, you guys begin to make your way down towards Rexentraum, and it takes all day. You guys spend the whole day sort of moving down towards the capital of the Dwendalian Empire. But as you guys arrive, you see a large. I mean, this is the largest city any of you have seen ever. It's a huge city for you guys. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. There are lots of soldiers, lots of Righteous Brand, lots of Crown's Guard. It has a large wall around it, and you see different sorts of colorations as you guys begin to sort of as you guys kind of crest a hill overlooking the city. You see sort of the mud top ward, which is sort of brownish color. You see these large sort of spires surrounding a massive giant keep in the center of the city. There's sort of a dark sort of colored area, and there's sort of a brightly colored shimmer ward. And as you guys sort of crest the hill and head towards the city, you guys are approaching the capital of the Dwendalian Empire.
Celine,
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask. I don't know. Do you know anything of my parents? I know they've always by, but I just didn't know if they're still doing okay for themselves down there.
I thought you were an orphan.
Hmm. Yes, there was a lot you probably did not know about me.
Well,
The name Malith is not my true name.
oh,
I've ever given you my true name, but my name is Angvor Trut.
wow. It's a pleasure to meet you under your real pseudonym, Angvor.
Yes, yes. I just didn't know if you had ever been around in Nicodranus and had any dealings with some of the traders, my mother or father. Wave was my father, and Niche is my mother.
Oh, really? You never told me
Yes.
that before.
Yes.
So Wave is your mother.
Wave is my father. I can't remember which one's which.
Backstory. No, what the-
Wave is my father.
Oh, okay.
They're both gender neutral names. So.
Mr. Wave.
it's like that's like it's like Aaron or like
Yeah.
or like
Yes,
But
he's
he,
just a
he
simple fisherman.
identifies as a woman, and your mom identifies as a man.
no. Wave is your father. I never knew that. I guess maybe I should have put two and two together, but they are.
There are not many of my kind down in Nicodranus. I know. Us tieflings are very
Of course.
far between.
They're everywhere, but
Yes.
yeah. You just you said you were Malith. You said you were from nowhere and you were an orphan. I didn't think too much of it. I mean, orphans are pretty common in the Menagerie Coast.
Yes. I said a lot of things when I was in working with the Clovis Concord. I'm very good at working my way into things.
And do you work for someone different now?
I work for myself now.
And these are your...
These are a band of brothers, a band of friends that I've met along the way. We've been through countless adventures together, died on the brink of death many a time here. I have just met them over the course of the past few months after I had the initial journey in Isocross is where we kind of met, but we've been together ever since.
Isocross is a long way from the Menagerie Coast. You said
Yes,
a
it is.
shipwreck brought you there?
Yes. There was a point when I was leaving the Clovis Concord and I had decided to sail the seas, and as being on the coast, I knew I was already a good ship hand and met some folk, and we traveled the seas for a while, and there was one long journey that we were going on all the way around the Stone Cage Cliffs towards Isocross was our final destination. And yet in the middle of the frigid sea in between Isocross and Wildmount, a nasty storm took the ship down. Everyone passed except for me. I was saved by something somewhere in the depths and was washed upon the shores a little bit west of Palebank Village and made my way over there and stayed there ever since.
Wow, that's a interesting story. How long ago did you say this was? Because I saw you like a couple weeks back when I left Nicodranus.
That must not have been me. I've been traveling ever since. I've been in Palebank for a couple years at least. I mean, I know I left Nicodranus I left the Menagerie Coast when I was about 22, and I mean, I'm 26 here now.
As I said, I left. I saw you.
This is
Right.
very strange. This is a concerning thing to hear. There is somebody impersonating me down in Nicodranus, and it seems.
I
I'd
suppose.
be interested to hear and see who this is.
As long as you aren't impersonating Malith.
As I told you, Malif is not a real person. Malif is Angvor. Is me.
I only ever knew a Malith Brontel. I never knew Angvor.
Yes, you knew Angvor as Malif Brontel.
The Malith I knew is still in Nicodranus, or was still in Nicodranus a couple weeks ago.
Well, it's not me. What does Miss Malif look like?
It's a purple tiefling with, horns.
Was there shadows coming off of him?
I don't know. I don't remember that. No,
This is very interesting.
he had both horns, but
Oh, see, that is very concerning. I had lost my one horn at a young age.
Did I do an insight check on both of them?
I knew Ingvar and Celine.
Yes.
Yeah,
If I'm-
absolutely, sure, yeah.
Am I rolling a deception check then?
If-
Persuasion or deception?
Yeah,
up to you.
whichever one you are, you are.
Totally doing.
Oh, this is so slow.
What'd you roll?
Okay,
21.
15,
What?
15
15
insight,
on who?
both, or should I do one for each?
Do one on each.
So the first one I guess would be for Angvor.
Okay. And what'd you roll? Aim for 21. All right. Ingvor is hard to read. He's seems to be forthright enough, but he's Ingvor. He's always been a little
Standoffish.
shifty, a little standoffish. Yeah.
You're always a little shifty at times. 26 for Celine.
Celine. She is all right. So she is a stern, upright figure. She is becoming increasingly more suspicious of Angvor as the days of journey are going by. But she is being honest. She is an actual operative of the Clovis Concord. She has met Amalith Brontel on several occasions. She saw Amalith Brontel a couple weeks ago. She seems very forthright in that.
Okay.
Well, Celine, I do not know what to tell you. I mean, I can only tell you who I am and who I have always been. I have operated under the name Malif Brontel over a few years, and in certain circumstances, I am.
I heard a story once about a Dread Pirate Roberts, where it wasn't just one name, but it was a series of individuals using a name. Is Malif Brontel like that?
I have not passed on myself to anybody I know. I am the only one who has ever used the name Malif Brontel that I am aware of.
I understand.
I will have to make some time to Malif Brontel. If you go back to Nicodranus and you see this clone, this deceiver of mine, imposter, please let me know somehow.
I will. So as you guys approach the city of Rexentrum, anything you guys want to do before you enter in?
As always, I'm just wearing my cloak.
Don't want your Hawaiian shirt out.
I usually always wear that cloak now. Those are investments. Those are like official like priest clothing that
Okay, I understand.
it's like, oh, you're at a church, you're gonna be wearing it there, probably. Or you're doing a service, but
Mhm. It's like the collar for Catholic priests. All right. So yeah, I mean, you guys are approaching this massive city. You see individuals sort of hawking wares and bringing carts in, and you see guards sort of trying to inspect individuals going in, arguing with individuals, and hey, halt! They sort of halt your group. Who goes there? The name of the king.
Couple of travelers. My group and I are the Fellowship of Chili Sad. We're traveling through. These others we met up alongside the road.
They sort of look at each other and they're like, the Fellowship of the Chili Sad. What kind of name is that?
Trust us.
I'll-
We have an established house within Uthadurn.
Oh, you have an established house in Uthadurn, do you?
I'll pipe up. It's a long story, but I am a Biolna.
Their demeanor changes.
I'm kin to Kalen.
Oh,
No particular business with him. Just passing through, but they are his kin, and these are all with me.
all right. They sort of look back at you. And how are you related to Kalen?
Nephew.
Welcome to Rexentrum.
Thank you.
You guys.
Do I get the sense what I just want to kind of get a feel of what they're thinking me. Are they reluctantly letting me in? Are they
Yeah, make an insight check.
yeah. Man. 7.
7. Their features change. They're letting you in.
About all
Who
I can
knows why
grasp.
exactly? Their helmets cover their faces pretty well. You can't see their countenance
fair enough.
too very well. So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to gauge.
Fair enough.
All right. So you guys enter into Rexentrum. You guys are in the Mud Top Ward. And so the Mud Top Ward is kind of a it's kind of like a large slum. It's sort of filled with muck and mud. There are not a lot. You see a lot of, it's not Shade Creek Run, but it is not. It does give you sort of Shade Creek Run vibes from time to time, where they're sick. There are people. There's a lot of illness here. You see, individuals lying on mats, healers going to and fro. People begging for money on the street corner, homeless people in sort of makeshift shelters. It is not a enjoyable sight. Where are you guys making to as you guys enter Rexentrum? Do you guys have any particular?
Where would I know of a decent place to stay from my previous, albeit brief times here?
Make a history check for sure.
And if so, where like what
Sure.
ward would that be in? I mean, not terrible. 12.
All right, give me 1 second. So yeah, I mean, you are able to find a
Ideally, someplace not in the Mud Top ward.
yeah, I mean, so
If
you can
possible.
you can find a place out of the Mud Top Ward. And there are there are a variety of hotels here. You know, I mean, there's sort of a you know, as you go into sort of there goes from the Mud Top Ward to the Tangles, um, and sort of in the Tangles, you know, of a place called sort of uh the Tangled Tankard, and you that it's a decent enough place. It's not extravagant, but you know, it's also
Sure.
not in the Shimmer Ward. So
I'll
right,
probably take a few wrong turns, but I'll eventually
yeah. So you guys
kind of
make
get
your
us there.
way, and you guys have to make your way sort of the length of the Mud Top Ward through the sort of the slums of it, and you guys enter into the Tangles. And so the Tangles are sort of where the working class live. It's where most of the commerce happens. You know, you know, you're right. You are taking a lot of wrong turns. It's sort of a labyrinth of twisting neighborhoods, as well as sort of commercial districts. And there's the Platinum Veranda, which is a plaza, which has you know some expensive homes, some luxurious you know sort of, and then it also has the temple to Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon, called the Dragon's Seat. It's here in this Platinum Veranda that you find Tangle Tankard, which is a pretty upscale sort of inn. You sort of arrive and it looks in you know a decent repute.
It's probably like one of the places that I've always wanted to go, but never really had the money for, even though it's really relatively modest.
Right, yeah.
But like of the places that I'd seen, it was always like, man, that's the kind of place I'd love to go. Because anything beyond that was just like beyond the realm of even imagination.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
I can't wait to have a sit down at Applebee's one day.
Table. Or
Alright.
are
This
we
is
just
lovely.
trying to?
You guys sit down. There's like you know pictures of like 80s rock stars on the wall. No, I mean so you guys go in.
There's a food challenge. It's like this, get a picture on the wall, drawing on the wall.
Tangle Tankard is known for it. It's you know it's spicy chicken or something like that. I don't know. But yes, you guys sit down. It's a modest tavern, but it is nice. It's clean. You know, you see you know many sort of serving maids and serving men, moving to and fro. One of them comes up to you. How may I help you? Is it how many are you in your party? 1, 2,
5 of us.
5. All right. So table
Also,
for. Hey, you are looking for rooms? You're looking for a table?
Well, I think,
I'm here to get a bite to eat. If y'all
Alright.
are up for it.
yeah.
All right.
also stables.
Yeah. There's a table for. Is it stables?
Stables as well.
Horses.
You may have to go to the Court of Colors for some stables. It's a lovely place though. That's where the archive of the Cobalt Soul is, and you know, it's got all sorts of well folk like yourself who are from.
Where is that again?
That's also in the Tangles. It's on the western edge of the Tangles.
What was it called?
The Court of
What?
Colors.
Court.
Colors.
But I assume there's someplace like we can at least tie up our steeds.
Yeah, there are hitching posts out front.
Yeah,
Bring
yeah,
it
that's the word.
If they're cold, if you're
They're
cold, they're
cold.
Yeah. Bring them in.
Sit down and that's what we want to eat. I'll be like, so here you guys are. I hear you're known for your spicy sauces.
Yeah, so we have the hot, the dangerously hot, and then the Infuego. Sorry,
You know,
do you not speak Elvish? Infuego means the fire.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll try that one. You know,
A round of your
I've been
spicy
curious.
wings for all of
I've been curious.
Absolutely. What sort of meat do you want the spicy sauce on?
Ooh,
Oh man.
lamb,
You got
Yeah.
pork,
pork.
Pork? Yeah, we have spicy pork.
spiced pork. Yeah, I guess.
Take some chicken is fine.
Okay. All right. So I have one order of Infuego chicken for you.
Yeah.
Some pork for how much? You're a big guy. How much pork do you want?
What's your platter style?
Probably about like it's like like holds out her arm. Yeah.
That looks good.
Oh, okay. And for you?
Give me a pork, just the, I go mild.
Okay. All right. And you, sir, the tiefling?
I think a good old pork would be fine for me as well.
All right. So she leaves and goes and takes your order in.
And when she's gone, I'll go, "So, Carrick, that's twice in the last few weeks that you've said your name and people just done stuff. Who are you?"
Or more importantly, who are you related to?
Yeah, I'm no one. Depending who you talk to, I'm probably less than no one. But my uncle, my dad's brother, he's some big to do here. Don't really know him much. Always had kind of a strained relationship. But such a big city that I mean, as long as people know I'm related to him, no one tends to care that he doesn't like me too much.
Did he like save the city or something?
What's that?
Did he save the city or something?
No, it just comes from a
Or is he just rich?
noble family. Yeah, just one of I guess a wealthy socialite. My dad came from the same family. Yeah, it's a long story. Yeah, I guess it's not too long. He had big dreams of going up to Shady Creek Run and making the place more civil. Trying to make it kind of improve relationships with the Empire, make it someplace that people could really go and kind of weed out the garbage there. But never really worked out. And then I came along and they had to take care of me, and all his plans kind of went out the window. And I think my uncle saw that as abandoning the Empire, and then when I went off to Uthodurn, he really took offense, felt that I turned my back on my home. But again, people just know the name. Some people doesn't always work out as well, but a lot of people will tell them that, and they don't ask too many questions.
they just needed to like, make sure in case like something happened to you that we wouldn't get held, like if you were like lying to be like king or something like that,
No,
Uh,
no, I don't. As far as I know, I'm not. I'm not actually wanted here. Who's a turn? I was part of the Glass Blades and then deserted, so I was kicked out of there. I was actually banished. Although, got that resolved after we helped them out with their stuff. My uncle, I think, thinks I'm a traitor, but as far as the Empire itself is concerned, I'm just a guy.
So your uncle's here in Rexington?
Yeah, he's, like I said, some big, part of. We come from a long, wealthy family. Come from noble stock, I suppose. Whatever that means.
Excuse me. So it's
Yeah,
not get out. Your name's not quite a get out of jail free card here. We don't want to.
No, not so much. I mean, I don't have.
Time
I
here.
can't go around. Can't go around stealing things and just expect
Or
people to
get
turn
like
on me.
discounts, or something.
But people usually at least, grant passage based on my namesake. Helps getting, cross borders.
Can come in pretty useful, I guess.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes it helps, sometimes not as much. In the brief time that I was here before, my uncle, I came after I left the Glass Blades and didn't have a home. I came here looking to find a home with family, and like I said, he saw me as a traitor, and at that time he kind of went out of his way to make sure I couldn't find work here. So I didn't have much of a home here. I don't know if I don't know how many people still remember that. We'll run into any trouble with that, with people not wanting to. If he still has soured my name. It's been a while. It's been years.
Sounds like you need therapy.
What's that?
Sounds like you need some therapy. If he
I mean, that's why he just hits things, right? It just gets it all out.
if he just basically you did some one thing that got you banished, and then he's doing all this stuff now against you.
He sounds like a
Yeah.
pompous ass.
That sounds about right.
But he seems to have a sway here, obviously, regardless of that.
Oh, massively,
And
hugely.
that sounds like they might be also likely gearing up to send troops out for war as well, with what Celine was talking about.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, and did you see all those soldiers on the way in?
Yes. You might also have to pass through the Malleus Mir Empire as well to get through these cliffs. Looking at that map,
So we can't become too big of a name here in the Empire, I guess.
yeah.
oh, is that our food?
Here's the Infuego for the human. Here's the mild for the halfling, and sorry, we didn't get your order. He gestures to Aurelia.
Oh, it's okay. She doesn't need any food.
Sometimes she's like a fly on the wall. You just forget she's there, and then
I think she finds black pepper a little spicy.
She'll share some of mine.
Smell the chicken. Does it smell pretty spicy?
It smells like your eyes start to water when you smell
I
it.
was about to say, starting to eyes water, kind
Yeah.
of tickles the back of your throat, kind of cough, trying to just breathe it in.
Yep.
you're gonna feel that in
Yeah.
24 hours.
Dig in.
It hurts going down and coming out.
We'll see. How as I Take one of
You're after see you start eating it and you're like, oh, this isn't so bad, and then it starts to tingle and starts to burn, and your mouth is, and you're like your tongue starts to just be like on fire. Have a Constitution saving throw, please.
saving throw.
Yes.
You get a D4 on
That-
that. For D6.
I get a D6 on
Con save.
condex and strength saving throws.
Nice.
That is a 24.
You are fine. So as you eat it, it's hot. It's very hot. Your tongue's numb, but you aren't gonna throw this up.
I maintain my composure.
Yes.
I don't go screaming for a glass of milk.
No.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and take a big old bite.
Pretty good.
All right.
Is it a saving throw?
Yes.
Okay, that's good because 17.
17. You like sort of like feel all of a sudden like,
Do you get advantage because you're a dragonborn?
but you eventually you're sort of able to swallow it down and you're okay. Like
But
you
That's sort of
Like
almost nauseous.
it's just like
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
street.
You're like
Yeah.
sweating all like you didn't even know dragonborns could sweat. You see like this is like
Man, they really got that fire going, don't they?
Are you gonna finish that? Oh man. All right. Well, that was good. I guess we should maybe we should get some rooms and then take the horses down to the stable.
Yeah. Is there any good shop nearby? I guess we stopped off on the way out, didn't we?
I stopped up, yeah.
I imagine pretty much anything you can imagine. This is probably the place to get it. Unless you're looking for religious paraphernalia for non-approved religions. Aside from that, pretty much anything you can think of.
Just,
And even that, if you know the right place to look, you can probably find it.
just gotta know where to look.
I
But yeah,
certainly-
stopping these horses off first sounds good. And we did we already, I guess, get rooms here, or do we need to call them back?
You've
there?
not paid rent for rooms here yet.
Or I mean,
But
rooms that
thank you,
come back and
So I will say that this meal will cost you guys 3 silver.
piece?
No, in total.
Oh, total. Okay.
Total.
I'll toss in a silver.
I'll
3
pick up
silver.
the other two. Just to make it easy.
And we each want to get separate rooms.
And that's always nicest, I think.
Sounds good to me. How much for just a single?
That'd be 2 gold for a single room.
It's like 2 gold per
Right.
room.
There you go.
Thank you. And the rest of you?
Yes,
Oh.
yes, I'll do the same.
All right.
Yeah. Hand over.
I'll hand over 20 silver.
20 silver, right?
That's 2 gold.
Oh.
It should be.
Oops.
That's 2 gold.
And is she with you guys?
Recover her.
I suppose we can get her a room as well.
What time? I assume it's kind of toward evening by now.
Yeah, so basically it takes you 2 full days to go from Nogvarat to Rexentrum. You guys got
Mhm.
here, you know, sort of around closing time, you know, sort of 4 or 5 o'clock. And now it's you know kind of late. No.
Yes, and we should probably just stay for the night. I don't want to spend too long here in the city.
Yeah, unless there's something we need to do here.
It is a tremendous city, I have to say.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it wouldn't hurt if anyone's got anything they want to look for, or just want to explore the city. You know, this is the chance to do it. There's no other place really like this. But if we gotta hurry on, that's fine too.
Yes, I don't see a problem in staying a day or so, but no point in trying to call this a home for a while.
We'd go shopping and find a show to watch.
get a little bit of downtime.
Sure, they got shows or fights. or
Wouldn't
something.
mind some R&R.
A new Spider-Man movie, another one.
And 5 copper to watch it with your knees up your chest.
Gold and you're spacious.
That's where we watched it. The last one we
I was
watched,
gonna,
$5.
come help take the horses.
Yeah, let's go find tables for him and then
Court of Colors.
All right, so you guys
Where that is.
make your way towards the Court of Colors, which is a very sort of vibrantly colored, you know, with greens and blues and yellows and reds, you know, in this sort of this marketplace, and you know, different sort of different industries, different types of shops are colored different colors, so that you can kind of see right away which ones are which. As you guys quickly see through, you see that the black shops are all stables. As you guys can see, if you know, a couple stables here that seem relatively, you know, reasonably priced.
So we've got, well, I don't have a horse, so
I gotta drop out for his pedal.
we got 4 horses.
Yeah.
I guess we need stable, food and bedding for at least tonight.
Yeah.
As you guys sort of pass into the Court of Colors, you see a massive sort of cathedral, located sort of near the Shimmer Ward, that Carrick you would recognize as the Chantry of the Dawn. So it's a, you know, a temple to Pelor dates back to time immemorial. Massive sort of stained glass windows and you know, Baroque architecture.
Let's go graffiti it.
It's old.
Traveler was here.
Well, drop off these horses and head out.
Head back to her. Go see a show. I haven't had any.
Yeah, I'll go to the stable.
Mhm. So you
Yeah.
go to Hank's Horses and Stables.
Hello.
Hi, hi, it's nice to meet you. Welcome to my establishment. How may I be of your assistance to y'all good folk?
We're looking to store these horses for at least a night, maybe.
All right. It's normally 1 gold per horse per night. Is that a
Yeah, that's good
so
for
if
me.
if it's for 4 horses, it's for 4 gold for 1 night.
I'll hand him a gold for mine.
Thank
Give
you.
him 10 silver on mine.
Thank you.
I'll hand her 2 more gold for the rest of them.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And I'll just ask, you know where we could go check out a show for the evening?
I mean, I'm sure there are some in the Tankles. I wonder if there's. No, probably not. I was thinking. I mean, when you're near the Shimmer Ward, but I don't think there's anything there. Maybe. I would say probably in the Platinum Veranda. There are some entertainment locations there.
That number.
What are you guys into? I mean, you looking for theater, for opera, for
I've never been to one. I don't know what.
an opera?
I don't know anything about them, so I just curious about. I guess.
I just always see some lady with a helmet and 2 horns on it out on the banner outside. I've never been inside.
I think we passed that on the way over here.
Yeah. Well,
Anywhere people might, have some public fights, sparring.
well, that would not be in the Tangles. That would be might want to take a look in the Mud Top Ward or Mosaic Ward maybe. But I mean, are you looking to? You looking for a challenge, or you looking for?
Yeah, I haven't decided. Just seems like fun to watch, if nothing else.
No, I think if you're looking for a challenge, I would go to the Mosaic Ward. If you're looking for to make some cheap cash, head to the Mud Top Ward.
Good to know.
Just
Yeah.
remember, the first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. All right. All right. So what are you guys doing?
How far is the Mosaic Ward?
So the Mosaic Ward would be so. Let's see if I can quickly get a. I'm gonna get a map up for you guys real quick. So if you go to, sorry, so you guys see here, you guys have the Tangles is sort of up here, right? And you guys are, so you guys are in, this is the Court of Colors down here. So the Mosaic Ward is right here. The Chantry of the Dawn is sort of over here, and then you go to the Shimmer Ward down there. And then you guys, yeah. Mud Top Ward is up here, and so there's this is the Platinum Veranda, and that's the Temple of the Bahamut right there.
Well, I think I'll head down to the Mosaic Ward and
Okay.
see what there is.
So as you guys head to the Mosaic Ward, it is it looks superficially similar to Jangles. You see a lot of sort of normal looking abodes, normal looking houses, but there's sort of an air of foreboding to it. Everyone there looks a little bit disreputable. There are sort of dive bars you look in. They seem to be, you see individuals walking on the streets, big burly dragonborn, shifty looking tabaxi, hard dwarves.
Ask around and see if I can find where public entry fights might be held.
Yeah, I mean, I heard something about a public entry fight. What type are you looking for?
Just bare knuckle.
I mean, I think that,
Whatever there is, really.
Old Tav's got something going on down there. There's some sort of bout or something.
No, I'll check it out.
Right. So you go ahead to the Grimgrit Inn. There you see a sort of one-eyed gnome behind the bar, sort of looking at you guys, polishing a tankard. How can I help you?
Are you Tab?
I'm not Tab, but why? Who's asking?
Well, I was looking for a fight. See what there is around here. I was pointed in this direction.
Well, you looking for a fight? We can have a fight. Maybe not tonight, but when
I think we'll be in town for a day or two.
Excellent. How many entrants?
Probably just me. I don't know who came with me, but one.
All right.
Unless anyone else came with and wants to join as well. But as far as I'm concerned, just one.
No, I think one's fine.
All right. What names should I put down?
Oh.
You gotta have a name. It can't be just your name.
Yeah, it's again. Let's do a Dragon Hammer.
All right. So we'll put down Dragon Hammer. All right. Well, Dragon Hammer, you'll be up against another combatant tomorrow night. Got you signed up.
And this is just
Bare knuckle brawl.
fisticuffs. All right. Well, about what time? Sunset-ish?
Probably about 9 o'clock.
Okay, later evening. All right. She'll be back tomorrow.
All right. Wonderful.
Mm.
All right.
There we go. Something to do tomorrow night.
Well, that's all I needed.
On the watch.
Guess he didn't say who you're fighting, just somebody.
Another combatant.
I wonder where the bets are placed on these fights.
Yeah. Well, we'll see tomorrow. Probably time to turn in for the night. Make our way back to the tavern.
Okay, so you make your way back across the Mosaic Ward and into the Tangles.
Tangled tankard.
Yep, to the Tangled Tankard. You guys are more than welcome to spend the night there.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I mean, this is a beautiful city. It's fun to look around. There's not too much to do here for me.
There's a book calling my attention. I'm gonna go.
All right.
Really.
Yeah, so you can get 3 hours in.
There you go.
Wilfred, if you head to bed early.
I'm trying to think for anything else I need to do before we go to bed.
All right, 1 second. I do need to use the restroom, and I'll be right back.
Nah. I get that. Upstate.
And then she won't know we're here. And then that means, and then they'll know that we left to that maybe like, and so then take care of it. And it's gonna be awesome.
You say word is where the fight is somewhere.
It has no.
Oh man, did we find some interesting places in the
Places of interest.
blue question mark? Wonder what that is. R3 check mark.
Visited the check mark.
We get into R1 and
All right. Looks like you guys have sort of graffitied the the map.
I don't know
Wonderful.
what you're talking about.
All
these are
right.
places of interest.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Nice.
Good thing this is recording. I'm gonna be able to remember. I'm gonna be able to see everything, everything. Anyway. All right. So as you guys settle in for the night and Tangle Tankard, Wilfred, you're reading your book. What are the other three of you doing?
What would
I
say?
am getting a stout drink and heading to bed.
All right.
I'm just pondering upon who this imposter of mine could be back in Nicodratus.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know, I guess Gerthang's doing like some push-ups or something.
Always gotta.
Gotta
Gotta
keep
keep them-
gotta keep this 20 strengths up somehow.
Hey, you don't use it, you lose it.
So as you guys, are so as the those of you who are sort of there, sort of are looking around, you guys see a sort of pale, sort of human woman sort of enter in, and she's wearing sort of this beautiful robe, and she has sort of her gown is sort of back, and you can see these maze-like tattoos going down her arms as she sort of enters in and sort of talks to whoever's in charge briefly. And then
We talking pale like a vampire pale?
I mean it's that pale. Make a perception check.
9.
9. She's pale.
Does she seem to be looking in our direction, noticing us? Is she noticing us, or is she there just to
She
kind
seems
of?
to be talking to the sort of the purveyor of the establishment, and they're sort of having some sort of conversation. Here, Wilfred, you're not there, and so they're having some sort of conversation. Sure looks back, looks, and she's sort of heading out. She sort of passes by you guys. She sort of makes eye contact with the three of you, and then moves on out.
Huh. What am I salting at that?
Well, that was something.
Yeah, do you think they're I mean, we've probably lost her tail from earlier from
Shady Creek?
Shady Creek.
Hopefully.
They must have
Outwitted the buyer, but these are the vampires. I don't know if they are done. Okay.
chasing us all over the place. That's they just
Yes.
don't give up.
They're spending a lot of energy on us, it seems like.
Lord Acheron is true to his word.
But I guess if you're like undying, then you have the time to do stuff like this, right?
Holding grudges is their key thing.
Would I know if any of the temples might be able to, like, we might be able to gain services of identifying and or removing a curse?
So that would be probably you would. I mean, just roll a history check for me if you don't mind.
Nope, that's a 0.
I mean, so again, that's a rather specific request, right?
Yeah.
In a place like Rexentrum, which is so steeped in magic, those sorts of things actually do come up more often than you might guess if you didn't live in the city like Rexentrum. But you wouldn't know which temple it would be in.
Wouldn't even know where to start.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, there's magic around here. It's probably somewhere.
I mean,
Could
you know
do
that the Chantry of the Dawn is relatively nearby. You know the Temple to Bahamut is very close by, and then there is the Tower of Writ, which is the temple to Arathis, the lawgiver, which is in the Vigil Circle, which is another nearby marketplace. And the temple to Bahamut is called the Dragon Seat.
Well, I know they left, so they're. I mean, I guess we all have. Thought we keep watch tonight, but. If it is those vampires, I guess, then we'll just watch out tomorrow.
They don't seem to have been doing much of anything other than following us at this point. So,
Well, pretty busy place too.
yes, yes. I think we are safe in the city at the moment, at least. It seems like a fairly busy inn here, and they seem to keep a good watch, and there are people up and about, seems to be most of the night.
It was the last time they attacked us. It was middle of nowhere. Time before that was on a boat, and that was
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Excuse me.
So as you guys go to bed, and as you guys head off to your room, go to your long night's rest. Ingvar,
Everyone make a wisdom saving throw.
no. Ingvar, you have dreams. In the dreams, you see an Ingvar that has two horns. You know, it doesn't have that's more than one horn. And you see him in the streets of Nicodranus. He's on at one point. He's on a boat, talking with others, and wandering the streets. And he sort of floats in and out. You see him, interacting with different members of the Clovis Concord, the Zalezo. He's handing out bribes.
Interesting.
And as he sort of closes, you see sort of him zooming in, and you see that you sort of hear him talking, and he's talking. He says, "Oh, my name is sorry, my name is Bailiff Brontel, and you can find me at the Lavish Chateau. That's where I would like to sort of spend my days. And if you need anything, just let them know Bailiff Brontel sent you."
Interesting.
And then you guys wake up.
And then we make wisdom saving throws.
Everyone has died in their sleep due to a knife in the throat.
Well,
Ingvar really
Today
was an
there, Carrick.
imposter, and he came and killed us all in the middle of the night.
The fellowship scene of the staff in the beds, only it's actually.
We're actually in the bed.
I guess we'll get up and I guess they'll serve breakfast here and just at the table. We'll, so your fight's tonight at 9. We got all to do stuff.
Yep.
Yes.
For then.
Yeah, I've been thinking about, we might want to see if we can find someone who could remove whatever curse those vampires put on us, so they maybe wouldn't be able to follow us so easily.
Yeah, or maybe we could find something to make it harder for them to follow us.
Either way, it'd also be nice to find a jeweler who could do something with those, that platinum.
I'm sure we could find all that here within this city.
Yeah.
Just ask around for who. I guess we can just ask around for who knows places that sound like.
Yes.
I'm sure the host here probably knows.
I'll probably start by the stable and repair our parking meter, by the way. Just if we're gonna be here at 9 for the fight, we're probably gonna be spending the night anyways. Again. Yeah, I'd rather not deal with them doing something with the horses otherwise.
All right. So what are you guys up to?
I guess go take care of the horses for another night.
All right. You go and you take care of the horses.
And then go ahead.
What'd you say?
I'll just pay for that.
Okay.
4 gold.
Right, 4 gold. Sorry.
And then,
So 40 silver.
Yeah, 40 silver. How'd you know?
And then ask around about a jeweler.
Okay. Easy enough to do. So especially in the Tangles, or obviously people mention that, oh, if you're really looking to do good work, you can go to the Shimmer Ward. They can really make exquisite rings, of exquisite sort of beauty and finery. But if you're just looking, there are plenty of jewelers even in the Tangles. In any one of the, there are jewelers in the Platinum Veranda where you guys are staying. There are jewelers in the Vigil Circle, and there are also
I'll
multiple
just
jewelers.
Find one close by.
All right, so you find one in the Platinum Veranda. It's a sort of elvish woman with sort of a long blonde hair, wearing sort of a flowing robe of yellow. She looks at you with sort of unblinking eyes. Hello.
Morning.
Good morning.
Looking for a couple platinum rings, or if we don't have some, I have some platinum that I'd love to get turned into rings.
She puts down like a pad of sort of with some rings on them. We have some lovely platinum rings here.
They need to be
50 gold size,
Sure.
but however big they need to be.
Mhm.
Do they look
Oh.
like they're about the right size?
So actually, only the 2 smallest ones are the size you're looking for. The others are actually bigger and nicer.
Okay. I'll just motion to Will.
Does
Yes.
it look like these would work for whatever it is you wanted to do?
Those look like they would work perfectly, I think. I actually stocked that spell this morning. Let me find that. I actually stocked it this morning.
All right. Yeah, I'll take those too.
And I'll hand her my 10 platinum.
All right, and she will hand you the 2 rings. Thank you for coming.
And I guess I'm not sure what question to ask, but we're looking for someone who knows about, I guess, curses, who can tell us about those, and maybe who can deal with those. Not that we're looking to get anyone cursed, just
What an odd
someone who
question.
is familiar. Yeah, it's this is a big city. I figure there's someone here who knows about that, but I don't even know where to start looking.
Well, there is the Seltris Academy. I think there are many mages there that may know about curses. Also, you can try the Dragon Seat or the Chantry of the Dawn. They're both also
Well, thank
that
you.
thing.
I think that's all I need.
Yes, I have no business here.
matching necklaces with FOCS on it.
Fox.
Well, let's see what Chili's had.
You can just get like the Lord of the Rings actors did. You just all get matching tattoos of the flag
Oh,
with
God.
the snowflake and the frowny faces.
Just the little like plastic lettering on it.
Yeah, friendship bracelets.
Well, I guess which one of those is the closest? Those people that deal with removing curses, which one of those is the closest?
Are you asking me or you?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Okay. That would be so the dragon seat would be the closest place. But yeah.
So I guess we'll head that way, and I'll hand those 2 rings to Will on the way,
Okay.
Great.
and just so
Yeah.
What do you do with those?
Well, I have this thing that if I'm wearing one and someone else is wearing the other, I could cast a spell that gives them like it prevents them from like taking as much damage from an attack or something, and also like buffs your AC, your armor, like you're able to like dodge a little bit quicker. I was wondering if, since you're always in the brunt of the fight, you always get up in the melee. I was wondering if this might be helpful for you.
Yeah, that
So yeah,
that
if you
sounds
just
like a great deal.
wear the other one, I can cast that right before combat or something. And
Yeah.
yeah,
So does it just last forever? You have to
I believe it's about an hour, and you have to be like within, I think, a certain range of each other.
Okay.
Otherwise, we lose a connection. But if we're in combat, we won't really be going that far from each other, anyways. But I can tell you the mechanics of the spell. It gives you. We have to be within 60 feet. You get a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws, and you take resistance to all damage. Yeah.
Barbarian.
Yeah, basically.
what spell is that?
Warding bond. It's a
Cool.
second level abjuration.
Concentration.
No, not concentration. Thankfully, because anytime you take damage, I take damage.
So do the rings stay after? Do you have to have a new set of rings each time you do it?
Yeah, from my understanding, it doesn't consume it. So
Oh,
as long as you just consistently
as
wear
long
it.
as you've got the juice to do it, the ring
Yeah.
you just oh cool.
Yeah, I just know you love to be in the fray, and I just figured it
Yeah.
help you out a lot.
And we can test that out at tonight.
Ooh,
Yeah.
a little
if
sneaky,
they,
sneaky.
If they allow that.
They don't have to know.
Yeah.
It's real.
Depends on if they have anyone that can see magic. But yeah,
True.
yeah, we could do it. We could try it.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go. Let's go to this place and they can tell us about this curse. Maybe.
All right. So you guys are heading to the dragon seat.
Yes. that's
Yep.
Sure.
And so you guys approach this temple, and you guys saw the Chantry of the Dawn yesterday in the Court of Colors, or the Court of Colors. It was large and opulent. The dragon seat here in Rextrum is not quite as opulent. It's sort of more, like think about like those churches you see in big cities that seem almost dwarfed by the skyscrapers that surround them. It's a beautiful temple to Bahamut the Platinum Dragon, and you see all these acolytes surrounding the temple in the blue and silver of the Platinum Dragon. But as you guys approach, what you see first is you see this almost impossibly beautiful blonde human woman standing out front. She is dressed in exquisite jewels, and she has a long train to her dress. She is covered in sort of jewels and trinkets and she sort of steps lightly, and she appears to be consulting with someone who an older man carrying sort of a staff in the front of the temple to Bahamut the Platinum Dragon.
I guess we'll approach.
All right. You guys walk
Good
up.
day.
Hello, welcome. May the light of the platinum dragon shine upon you.
Yes. Yeah, you too. I have maybe an odd question.
Oh,
I don't know. We just sort of adventurers, and we've had some run-ins with some odd people and odd creatures.
Dragons? Dragon?
No, no. I believe we actually had a run-in with some vampires at one point.
I'm sorry, I didn't
And
catch that. What would you have run in with?
some vampires.
Oh,
Yeah. And I think they put some kind of curse thing on us because no matter where we go, we always seem to spot them following us. We've had to fight them a couple times. Dispatched them once, and they seemed to leave us alone for a while. But then the same ones that we had gotten rid of were right back there again. Within a week or two. So it seems like we need a little bit more of a permanent solution, and killing all of them doesn't seem to be particularly effective.
well, I don't know what to tell you precisely. I don't have that's that level of power. But if you want to talk to the bishop after he's done talking to
Right. Yeah,
Baroness, you may.
that'd be excellent. Yeah, should we just wait here?
Yeah, I would. We need to.
All right.
Yeah, show prop. Obviously, the members of the Cerberus Assembly get first.
Sure,
precedence, so.
we'll wait.
You guys wait a minute, and then you see she uses she sort of turns and says goodbye, sort of walks off sort of the landing that they're on, and then just sort of poofs. Doesn't use dimension door, just sort of teleports away. And then the acolyte sort of leads you up to the bishop. Yes. Hello. How may I help you?
We are looking to. We seem to have been cursed by some dangerous creatures that we ran in with. Some vampires, I think. And trying to figure out, what exactly they did to us, and if you can undo it. Problem is they seem to find us wherever we go, and even though we've bested them in combat, once or twice, they always seem to come back.
Okay, so you wish to be
Happy to pay. Happy to pay for any services.
Undetectable?
Yeah, I guess that would be, that would help, I guess.
I don't know if undetectable to all is what we're getting at. I think we wish to find out what was put upon us and remove itself.
Yeah, what he said.
There was a curse put upon us by a Lord Acheron.
My apologies, I'm unaware of the name, but
I think he's the head vampire guy.
He is a very big old vampire up in Isocross, it seems like.
you see his features sort of change when you say Isocross. Oh, well, Isocross, that's a long ways away and very dangerous too.
Yeah, we've had very distant travels.
Yes, it is dangerous. Thus the curse. And
well, if you're looking for that sort of information or protection, the Solstice Academy is where you should go ask. I'm afraid here we are unable to provide such services. But
well, information is certainly helpful.
Great.
I'll just toss him like a silver piece.
He puts in the tithe.
Oh,
box.
I won't even
Yeah.
talk. Like I'll hand it to him. I won't even
Oh.
toss it. I'll try to be a little bit more
Yes.
dignified.
As we're leaving, I'll say I appreciate your time and your effort in leading us in the right direction, Bishop. And I'll put 5 gold in the offering box.
All right. Mm. Alms are always welcome. We used to help the poor in the sorry. We used to help the poor in the Mud Top Ward.
Do you have directions to this Socialist Academy or whatever?
The Socialist Academy. Yeah. So it is.
The Socialist Academy.
Yeah. Yes. The Socialist Academy is.
Hey, free healthcare for all. I mean, it is definitely the best.
You have magic that heals you completely.
Exactly. Free healthcare.
gives you crappy cars and bad architecture, but hey,
Free opioids and
I mean, why do you need
weights.
why do you need free healthcare when sleeping for 8 hours cures about everything?
Everyone gets a wand of healing.
Exactly.
So he points you up towards sort of the pentagon shaped sort of walls or bastions in the center of the city. There you see, you see the different sort of winding, twisting spirals of the candles, as well as the massive keep of Castle Ungebrock. And he says, it's up there near the up near the castle.
Would I know what because I know that Kalen is some kind of wealthy socialite. Would I know like how much connection, if any, he has to the Solstice Academy in particular? Like is that I assume he's probably located in the same ward generally.
So yeah, this is actually so you would know that Kalen he is sort of associated with the non-magical elites of Rexendron.
Yeah, he's more of a political.
Right. And
Right.
there is a fierce rivalry between the Cerberus Assembly and the Crown.
And the
and s-
academy is the assembly.
Right. And the Academy is associated with the Assembly. And so in general, those who are associated with the Crown are not allowed on sort of Academy grounds. Those associated with the Crown are not allowed on Academy grounds. Because there's sort of this fierce rivalry, and many of the Assembly are sort of big power players in the Dwendalian Empire.
Cool.
Well, guess we should head that direction.
Right.
Yeah. I have some information.
All right. So you guys are making your way to the Soldiers Academy.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you guys make your way across sort of the tangles, and you sort of approach the center of the center of the city, which is sort of these large sort of bastion walls that sort of surround. But you guys are able to pass through as you have entered the city, and you see rising walkways and towers, and you see these massive campuses with sort of young intellectuals sort of lounging about, men and women sort of talking with one another, lots of frisbee, but the different grounds of it are manicured perfectly. You see these individuals who are clearly from the upper crust of society, but also some that aren't. You see there's also a wider range of individuals, because Rexstrom is very much sort of the main races, especially humans, but also dwarves, elves, half elves. The academy is very diverse. There are furbolgs, there are tieflings, there are genasi, there are Aarakocra, there are tabaxi. There's everything you could imagine there. And sort of you see them sort of milling about. How are you guys figuring out where to go once you enter the academy?
The great,
What's that?
the great melting pot. Do we just find someone that looks knowledgeable?
Yeah, I guess I'll find look for someone who looks kind of like maybe their faculty.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
Okay, 15.
15. All right. So as you look around, you see a sort of shorter sort of individual who is sort of looks like he's got some sort of sort of a darker fellow when he sort of has sort of a shorter fellow of sort of stout complexion. He's sort of dark featured. He sort of looks like he's he looks like he might be a faculty member.
I guess I'll try to jog over and flag him down. Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm sorry to bother you. We are looking to, I suppose, find some services that we were told this academy would be the place to find them. Particularly, we're adventurers. We've gone to dangerous places, dealt with dangerous people, and in the course of all that, seem to have had some kind of curse put on us. And we're told that this would be the place to try to figure out the nature of that curse and maybe have it removed or dealt with.
Yes, definitely would be the place. I am the archmage of cultivation, but if you when you talk to one of my esteemed colleagues, I think perhaps Jenna Eresor might be the person to talk to.
Where can we find Miss Jenna?
Yes. What? She maybe her tower in the candles, or I swear I saw her recently here. She's a very opulently dressed woman.
In the candles, you said.
Yes. I think she's here somewhere. Oh, you see her over there? He sort of points. And
Okay.
it's the woman
Yeah.
you saw at the dragon seat recently. Yeah, she's on. She's that. Yeah, she has some sort of connection. Go talk to her.
All right.
Oh, yes, thank you.
I
We
appreciate it.
will catch up to her.
All right, you guys head over to her. Yep. So she's sort of dressed. So she's sort of walking with sort of this flowing gown, dressed in sort of these opulent garments. How you guys flagging her down?
I'm just jogging over and
Mhm.
Miss Jenna.
is this the person, one of the people that we talked to?
You haven't talked to her yet.
We just saw her. You
You
said.
saw her. Yeah, she's talking to the bishop
Gotcha.
of the dragon seat.
Gotcha.
She's the person we thought was the vampire.
No, not that person. That was a Volstrucker. All right.
All right.
Hello. How may I help you?
Hello. We were appointed to talk to you. Long story short, we are adventurers and have dealt with dangerous people. One of them put a curse on us. We're trying to get it taken care of. Sorry, I've had to explain that a few times now. So I'm just trying to condense my story a little.
Uh, uh, okay, yeah, I could potentially. She sort of weighs you in her eyes. I could potentially help you with that. What sort of
And I'm
curse?
happy to pay. Well, that's, we also need to figure out exactly what the nature of it is. But it was put on us by some vampires, some big vampire lord guy that we unwittingly entered his territory. And it seems like no matter where we go, vampires seem to find us, and we usually see them stalking us in the shadows during the day, and have occasionally at night been harassed by them, although we've been able to deal with them well enough. But no matter how many times we deal with them, they always come back, and they always find us.
So perhaps some kind of locator spell.
Sure.
There's been
Something
no
of the
other
sort.
ill effects. You guys aren't feeling weak, or you aren't.
We've had no detrimental effects of that sort since this curse. This has been a curse for the past few months, it seems.
Well, I feel.
Would I I don't know if this question would even make sense, but like, would I know if that one time that like we all woke up and things were missing, would I have any reason to kind of associate that with this whole thing?
Oh, make an Arcana check.
An Arcana check.
Yeah,
That is a 9.
that's a 9. No idea what that was. No idea if they're connected.
Okay. So maybe it just kind of crosses my mind and I'm just like,
Yeah, yeah, yep.
That was
Yep.
weird.
She says, I think I can help you with this. But how about an exchange, a deed for a deed?
Kind of deed.
I have been hearing rumors of a monster, a dragon, but it's more than a dragon. It's got many heads. Out towards Blumenthal. You slay this beast, I will do whatever is in my power to remove the curse.
Tiamat? He is a dragon with many heads, or she is.
No, this isn't. Maybe it's maybe it is an acolyte of Tiamat, but it is not Tiamat himself. You've heard of a Draco Hydra, I presume.
Sure.
They are like dragons, only with multiple heads. And you cut one off, and eventually 2 more regrow. They are a magical monstrosities. They are not natural to nature, of course. They're created by rogue mages, but they're not unheard of.
What do you want with this Dracolich? Why are you asking us to destroy it?
I have some dealings in Blumenthal, and it's become a persistent pain.
Did she create this Dracolich?
Make an insight check.
Draco Hydra, rather. Oh man, like my only decent roll of the night.
All right.
Insight, it's an 18.
18. No, she didn't.
She did not.
No.
Where could we find this Blumenthal, you said?
Yeah, it's not that far from here. Probably less than a day's journey. Some
Any advice? If its heads grow back, is there any particular thing we should know about how to kill it more permanently?
I presume like hydras, they die. Just don't get caught by the breath. They have many ways of dealing damage with their.
Well, if
The trick is not to cut off the head, but to cut off the body. That's the trick.
I see he's the thinker of the group.
if you cut off a head and two more grow back, how does it? You just cut off so many heads that it eventually gets too many heads and it can't do anything. How do you do you know how to?
No,
Do you know
Suppose
how
you could just
Too many
like kill the head without cutting it off. I mean, I motioned to my hammer. This doesn't cut things off. It just,
like I said, cut the
Crunch.
body.
Yeah. Curious. Well, there
any
has-
way to stop the heads from growing back?
your guess is as good as mine.
Well, what do you all think? It's worth it?
Sounds pretty
I
pretty
mean,
fun.
it's trading one undying creature that's after us, that's angry with us, for one that's not currently angry with us, but doesn't die, but might get angry at us.
It is something we might do for you.
A deal?
Who is there, if we do if we go this way, is there someone we should contact when we get to Blumenthal? Or
I
just
think,
ask around about the multi-headed dragon?
I think you'll find the beast. I don't think it'll be that difficult to find. But by all means, ask around.
What do we need to do to prove? What do we need to do to bring back proof of our victory?
Sure, we can't exactly just cut off a head and bring that back as proof.
Wait, does anyone around here have bounties on dragon heads?
Just bring in like 20 dragon heads.
No, keep it. Cut a head off, get
Um,
a bounty, and then just
so
return it back.
just if you contact the Starosta there, Judas Olesia.
You're just
Yeah, Judas.
you didn't happen to trade any bloody coins recently, did he? Judas.
I don't know about anything about coins. No, I think he did buy a field recently, though.
Well, I'm down for this. What do you all think?
It sounds fun, or it sounds very interesting.
Sounds like a worthwhile deal because I'm sick of dealing with these vampires and just not knowing if and when they're gonna harass us.
It seems worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you've got yourself a deal.
Well, it's a pleasure doing business with you. What do you call yourselves?
We're the Fellowship of the Chili Sad. It's a long
What a
story.
peculiar name.
Yep.
We'll remember it.
Well, it's a pleasure doing business.
Spreading our name far and wide.
I see. It was a pleasure doing business with you, Fellowship of the Chili Sad. I will get to work removing this curse. I have some ideas about it.
Well, sounds
We'll
good.
be back in a few days.
Yes.
All right.
Anything else we want to do before the fight tonight? We have time for that still in the day?
I mean,
I'm out of game. I'm asking.
oh, out of game. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you're not pushing up against evil. It's
No, I mean
still
like it's 640
640.
Yeah.
or 740.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how long a fight would take,
Mhm.
but I imagine a one-on-one brawl wouldn't be like an hour long.
No.
Well, it could.
That's true. It could.
I don't
Especially.
think there's anything else that we need to do before that.
I'm just gonna read before that.
Cool.
All right.
If there's nothing else going on.
Okay. Yeah. So
I guess one thing I would like to do is just see if I can find a nice dagger. Nothing like enchanted or anything, but just more for utility, not as much for combat.
sure.
But I have more money than I've probably ever had before,
Mm-hmm.
for the most part. Just realizing, nice to have, and thinking I've got a good chunk of money. I could probably afford something pretty nice.
All right. So do you want to okay, so you can find an armor relatively easily. What type of dagger are you looking for? You aren't looking for an assassin's blade, are you? You're looking for sort of a
No, just just a common, nothing, again, no enchantments or anything,
like a steel
but
dagger.
something. Yeah, but
Okay.
something, maybe like with a antler handle or something.
Okay.
Just something a little fancy.
Yeah.
I feel like treating myself.
Easy enough. I mean, you can find
Something that'll last, something with a good make.
okay, yeah. So you can find a um a dagger, a nice sort of steel dagger with sort of the do you want sort of the symbolage of the Trindalian Empire? Do you want symbols of there are a lot of different options you can go with here. Are you looking for a specific
I'm not picky. I mean, it doesn't have to have any kind of symbols on it, just something
okay.
well crafted.
Okay. So you find sort of like a dagger with sort of an ivory handle on it, and it's sort of
Yeah.
got the sort of a nice sort of gleaning of sort of the symbol of the symbol of the basically it's one of the symbols of the Claret Order, is that what it was? Yeah, of sort of the sort of like the Claret Order with sort of its blood sort of drop and its dagger on it.
I have no idea what it means. I just think, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah. I mean, so but I guess I would say you have sort of the emotional attachment to good things with it. It's what I would probably say. And that sort of dagger will cost you like 7 gold. Yeah.
That's all.
Right. All right. And so you guys are heading to the fight night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So as you guys basically are, and then you're reading, right, Wilfred?
Yeah, I'll read up to the point of the fight.
Okay, so that would probably be another 5 hours or so, probably.
Okay.
I'll say between going to the Soldiers Academy and some of the stuff you did, I would say that you guys used up most of the morning, but you still have most of the afternoon left. To
All
read.
right. Yeah.
It has the symbol of the Claret Order on one side, and then the Raven Queen symbol on the other side. All right. And so you guys are heading down to the fight with the
Mosaic board.
Down to. How about
okay. So as you guys begin to make your way down into the mosaic ward, you know, now it's after sunset. You guys are making your way into the mosaic ward, and you do see more shifty people. You know, it does seem, you know, a little bit. You see skulkers sort of lurking in the shadows. And you're able to make your way. You are able to make your way to a place where you guys sort of had arranged to have sort of a fight. You enter in, have, you know, the gnome behind the bar looks at you. Ah, you're here.
Yeah. Well, where do I go?
Opens up a trap door behind sort of like off to the side behind the bar. Down in there, and you see the sort of the stairwell going down into sort of the basement beneath.
All right.
You guys walk down
Yep.
into the pit.
Can I say before we walk into the building, I cast warding bond.
Sure, yeah.
So like right before you walk in, I do a motion and say vermiculum, and you see the rings glow for a few seconds, and then it goes back to normal.
All right.
Oh,
And so you guys head down into the into sort of this fight pit, and that is where we will end tonight's session. Because I need to figure out what the rules are for those sorts of combat.
One
Fair
v1.
enough.